All right, and welcome everybody to another Dad Hat Chronicle Sports Show. Obviously, my name is Ed, also known as the Dad Hat, and with me I got these wonderful gentlemen. Well, used to be three. Oh, there he is. There he is. He showed up. He's there. He's there, guys. He's there.
Sorry, left
Um,
my beverage in the hallway.
yeah. Well, how dare you leave your beverage in the hallway? That's just dumb. Hey, welcome to the Tuesday. Where we watched some football this weekend. We watched some baseball. Some of us are still watching some baseball, but not a good night for baseball for some. I'm going to start with you, Patrick. How you doing, buddy?
Bro, I literally just got home from work, so but I'm good. Just happy to be on with you guys as always, and
I love it.
yeah, and was just listening to some good Kerber Media content. Just a little shout out if you don't listen to the Dad Hat Chronicles or Earn Fun Average podcast or Baseball Bucket List or the Minor League Nerd or Baseball by Design, you are missing out. So
Good man.
There's a lot of really, really, really good content out there in all seriousness. So
I love it. Absolutely love it.
yeah. But yeah, so tonight I am wearing the Pittsburgh Pirates batting practice hat, kind of a throwback to like the Willie Stargell days.
That's nice.
That is a nice cap, though. I like that one.
And I got the pirate shirt too. So
man, all in.
Yeah.
Man, you are all in with the last place Pirates, huh?
Well, we last place clubs like to stick together. We
very well put. All right, I'll give you that.
Like we're having our own playoffs, so I had to make a stop off. And tonight to drink, I had to stop off at Chick-fil-A. So,
bro, have you tried their pimento?
I just had that.
Ooh, tell me.
It's outstanding.
Did you have it with the spicy chicken?
Is there any other way?
No, sir. And you are correct about that. Delicious. That's all I'm going to say on that. Yes, I completely agree. Yes, Brett, it is a shameless plug, and we are all about shameless plugs in this place. Eric, it's okay. We're going to go to you in a little bit. Hey, Val, how are you? Tuesday in it. That's right. Yep. White Sox already won the last place playoffs, and they will win the last place playoffs for a long time to come. Hey, guys, I just wanted to put out that before I go to you, Mayor, the Cleveland Guardians just clinched the bye for the playoffs. Just wanted to put that out there. And I'm also watching at the same time. I am watching the Columbus Clippers take on the Storm Chasers as we speak for the AAA championship. Game number 1. They are playing in Omaha, Nebraska. All right. Field advantage, home field advantage. All right. My friends, Mr. Mayor, how you doing? Tell me what you're wearing. That's a nice cap. I'm
doing
not a Yankees fan, but I'm a fan of that one. That's nice.
Yeah, this is my throwback 1903 Yankees style fitted. This one goes back a few years. It's the older style. And I'm drinking tonight a nice milk chocolate stout from New Glarus in Wisconsin.
No,
I finally decided to crack these dark ones open tonight.
Good choice.
And shout out to Brett and Phil, who's at the Braves game I saw on the chats there. Yeah. Val and Zach. I don't say Zach. Deason.
Zach, Royals, now the
good to see you guys out there.
MLB season still okay. Zach, it's not okay.
And remember right here. Don't forget Old Fort supports your local baseball.
Oh, you know what? Wait. I'm sorry. Boom.
Our sponsor, our big sponsor. Thanks to Logan.
Shout out to Logan of Old Fort Baseball. Go to their website, okay? Hey, Patrick, if you don't mind, put that website on the chat if you don't mind, my friend.
Pick up this beautiful hat here. I mean,
man, that snapback is so nice, and their T-shirt, how nice is that? I love that under brim. Absolutely, I think it's fire.
The logo or the decals that he posted today to support. There you go. I've got one of those too. But he posted those new Oakland A's baseball logo stickers with some money going to, is it Oakland 68?
I think you got cut off there.
Oop, sorry.
Are y'all there with me? You guys there with me?
Yep.
Yep.
I'm here. Yeah. Yeah. So Donnie, you were saying about
so the proceeds from the sale of the stickers at Old Fort go to support the guys, some of the programs in Oakland that are still out there fighting the fight against the A's, who started their last series at the Coliseum this week.
We'll talk
Very
about
good.
that. We will talk about that here in a minute, guys, because that's something that's really getting on my nerves.
Yep.
I don't know. I'm losing my internet for some reason, guys. I just
Yeah,
don't know
it's the Oakland 68s that
Yeah.
the proceeds help support. So,
and Donnie, thank you for pointing that out. Shout out to Old Fort and Logan, like we've been saying. A lot of, if you're looking for great apparel, hats, someone that supports local baseball, literally puts it on a shirt. Go and support him. He's a great business. He supports all of us. He supports this show. And so if we can support him back, that would be awesome. So the link to the store is in the chat. So Logan, thank you for sponsoring us and being our first sponsor. Eric, Mr. Influencer. I know tonight is a little bit challenging. I won't ask how you are because I know you're frustrated, but
we can see how you are.
Yeah, well, I can just tell by your gesticulations how you're feeling. But other than that, what are you wearing and what are you drinking?
So I'm wearing the Wichita Rampage. So I don't know if this is going to be the exact hat that Zach's team's going to be wearing, but he played for the Rampage 2 seasons ago, and they started a second team this year. So he's gone back with the Rampage, and he's on the other team. They had their first fall games this past Sunday. It was super wet, cold, rainy out, and they played anyways, but it's, just fall ball. So it's just basically like a scrimmage, but he was the only one that pitched 3 innings. Everybody else pitched 1 or 2 innings. So he pitched 3, did pretty good for the most part, but because the baseball was pretty wet, he was like a major league pitcher. And every time he got the ball back, he'd throw it to the dugout and ask for a new one. So he's like, what, do you want me to throw a wet baseball? Nobody else did. None of the other kids did. They just threw, and that's probably why they couldn't throw the ball very well. But he did all right. He had 3 strikeouts, got a 8-3 double play. Guy tried doing a double steal, and he got the guy coming home, and so he did pretty good. Only got 1 at bat each game. He got hit in the side of the foot the first game, and because it was cold, it hurt him. I think he's doing all right now, but because they play on turf, he wasn't wearing his cleats. Obviously, he can't be metal, but his rubber cleats on the turf. He was wearing just his regular tennis shoes so he could get a little better grip. And so it probably didn't have quite as much padding. So right there on the outside part of his right foot, he got drilled in the foot. And then his second game, he drew a walk. So, but yeah, so it's the Rampage has a, can't really see it, but it has a American flag on the side.
Nice.
Like I said, I don't know for sure if it's going to be the same hat that they wore, that they're going to wear this year. Their uniforms haven't come in yet, so they may be getting a new hat. But
well, and the world wants to know: will those hats be available for order for fans of this sophomore Southpaw?
Supposedly, I asked the coach about it, so we'll see if they're these or if they're different. So
still waiting on those high school hats.
And
same here.
Got water, so come probably February maybe. But I got my water today, so
nice.
That's an understatement. So not enough O's there. She's like, why are you slamming things? Why are you kicking and slamming? I'm like, because we can't hit a baseball. We've left 9 on base, 9, and have this many runs. 9.
It's called the Blue Jays in the playoffs last year. I completely get it.
Bases loaded in the first, bases loaded in the third, runners on the corners in the fourth, runners on first and second in the fifth, and we have this many runs. This many.
That's awkward.
We used to be the second best in MLB in runners in scoring position until Vinny went out. And now
Hey, let me ask you. And again, just because I don't follow the Royals, brother. Okay, so just want to put that out there.
Easy.
What's their magic number to clinch the playoff? What's their magic number?
Well, right now, they are technically, until this game's over, Detroit won today. So technically, Detroit is half game up. And they still, what's the Miami Minnesota score?
I'll tell you.
You don't want to know.
It must not be good.
You don't want to know. We're not going to talk about the Miami Minnesota game.
What's the score?
4-1, top of the 6.
Good. So Miami's
No,
up. That's what we
Miami's
want.
up. Miami's up.
Oh, in that case, then yeah, you want that.
Yes, we want
Yeah.
because right
I was
now
about to
we're
say,
we're
I was
a
about to
game.
say, are you just trying to mess with him?
No, I
I
thought
thought he
they-
was just like, is the Twins winning huge? And I look and I'm
that's
like,
what
wait a minute.
because legit it was 4-0. So I thought they had like a huge like 6 spot or something. But no, we want the Twins to lose. So we're
Right.
up 1 on the Twins, and if we happen to win this game, which we won't, we'll be tied with the Tigers for the second wild card. And we
Hold on,
have
look who decided all of a sudden to show up to comment on the Dad Hat Chronicle Sports Show, who hasn't been, showing up all year.
right.
And all
Oh,
of a sudden,
look.
the Tigers are
But he
doing
doesn't
good, and
have
he wants to
a
talk
question.
about
team to
that.
talk about.
Who's Michael Sellers?
I have no
Right.
idea who Michael Sellers is.
Hey, don't pick on Lichtenberg. Wait till y'all see the custom
I saw it.
down east he did for me.
Oh,
So
yeah. Go ahead, Eric.
I was just gonna say, so it's essentially like a 6 game. I mean, because before today's games, it was a 3-way tie for the second and third wild card. So I mean, it's technically still like the final 6 games. So at this point, because we're all tied, I mean, the magic numbers, at least at this point, 6, but we won't win. Why won't you? Because they have it. They can't hit a baseball. They literally cannot hit a baseball.
Dang ball.
They had they stole second last inning, and then he tried stealing third and got thrown out. But if he would have just stayed put, then we had a base hit that would have scored him. But no.
Hey,
And
by
then
the
we
way,
just struck out Salvi again. So going through 7, nothing.
Hey, I just
Nothing.
wanted to say I'm wearing my Columbus Clippers.
What's
Copa
that
hat.
score?
Yeah.
2-1 Columbus.
Yeah. Ed,
Let's
how are you
go
doing?
Columbus, baby.
Yeah, Ed,
Right.
how are you
Not
doing
that it's
tonight?
gonna matter. You're not gonna see him anyways.
What? Jesus, dude. That is true. Like if they don't show up, if they win, I won't be in Vegas to see them win the championship. But it's okay. Listen, it's all right. Not a big deal. But go Columbus.
Well, you know what like everything that Eric's saying makes you think of that Muppet song. Everything is great. Everything is grand. I got the whole wide world in the palm of my hand.
What is that? What's that from Lego? Everything is wonderful.
Yeah, everything is awesome.
Yeah, everything is awesome,
cool
yeah.
when you're part of a team. Yep.
I
Very
love
good
that
song.
movie.
Yep.
Anyways,
Yep.
yeah.
So how are you doing tonight, Ed?
I'm wearing my Cleveland hoodie, 47 hoodie. And then I'm also wearing my Veleros Copa. This is one of my favorites, to be honest with you. I love this cap,
That's a
and it's
good
such a comfortable 47 cleanup. I do have another one that I'm going to put on in a little bit here once we start talking football and all that fun stuff. So,
Oh man.
oh yeah, exciting stuff.
I'm going to assume after the third time asking that Ed's doing great tonight. What are you drinking? Water.
I am going with H2O.
Fantastic.
H2O. I got to keep it with an H2O tonight. You know.
Yeah, we got to ask you. I know you're the host, but we got to ask how you're doing.
I'm doing wonderful. And Brett, go Clippers.
Uh-oh.
How's that? Go Clippers. Bottom of the 6 right now. So
Lynn deserves a hat, but she's saying go Storm Chasers.
I'm with Ed. I hope Columbus beats that new Diamond Baseball Holdings acquisition. Ooh, baby. Sorry about that, Patrick. You're driving. I apologize.
No, it's good. It's good.
So, but anyways, listen, guys, it's been an interesting season so far. I was talking to a good friend of ours, friend of the show, who doesn't really talk too much on the show, but friend of the show, Paul Caputo. We were having a conversation last night, and also I posted the same question that I did on Instagram and Patrick about baseball, right? The playoffs, right? I mean, right now, every game literally matters, right? every game matters right now when it comes to MLB, right? The addition of the third wild card team has been absolutely wonderful. So I'm all for that. The best out of three. It's also a great change in playoffs. But here's my question to you guys, and this has to do with two teams that two of us follow here. Okay, the New York Yankees and the Cleveland Guardians. I wanted to ask this question to you guys because it's a good question. Up for discussion. I think I know where most of people are going to go with this, but let's have the conversation about this. Right now, when it comes to the one player that's having the best year in the American League, by all accounts, what everybody is saying is who is in your team, Mayor. Who is that?
Say that again. Who is having
the one player that's having the best season, right? MVP season.
Oh, Judge. Yeah.
Brett Gardner.
I misunderstood what you. I got you now.
So Aaron
Brett
Judge,
Gardner.
by all accounts, every media outlet saying Aaron Judge MVP, Aaron Judge MVP. But listen, he is having a great year, absolutely wonderful year. Won't take anything away from that. Okay, but I want to put this for you guys. We have a player that is 3 home runs shy of a 40-40 season. Okay, 3 home runs shy of 40-40 season, right? It is a valuable player for the team. And that player, and then here, get ready, Eric, is Jose Ramirez. Okay, so let me ask you this, and then I'm not taking anything away from Aaron Judge, so don't come at me, people. I'm asking who is having a better season overall, though, right? Because I would argue that no one's talking about Jose Ramirez for what he's doing from a leadership standpoint, from a valuable, who is valuable to their team. If you were to take that player away, the team wouldn't be doing as good if we were to consider who's the most valuable player. Who would you put as that one person who would be having a better season, Aaron Judge or Jose Ramirez?
I mean, I'd have to see this, like all the stats compared side by side. I mean, I get it. The 40-40 is a pretty solid accomplishment. I have no idea where
he would be the 7th player to do so.
Right. I know Aaron Judge isn't a base stealer. I don't even know how many he has, if it's very many at all.
Not even close.
Yeah. But it's basically like most things when it comes to these things, a popularity contest, and that's all it is.
Okay. All right. I can agree with you there.
I'm not an apologist for Aaron Judge. I like Aaron Judge, and I think he's a really good player. I think he's overrated sometimes because of popularity, but then a lot of players in that spotlight are.
Mm-hmm.
It's some of it's earned, some of it's not so earned. It's just big name, big guy, and he's in New York. So just like we've talked about with some quarterbacks, if you took a certain player and put them on a certain team in a bigger market, they'd get just thrashed. But they don't, and we'll probably get to this later in the football talk. They don't, because they're in a smaller market. And I think that's the big difference right there. If Ramirez was a Yankee doing that and Judge was in Cleveland, then it'd be the other way around. I wholeheartedly believe that.
Yeah, no, I'm not disagreeing with you. Listen, with Junior, great, he's having a hell of a season as well. Eric knows more than anybody, but right now I don't think he's doing so hot. And he right here at the end of the season, right? Again, who is doing the most for their team at the moment? I get it. We want to put Bobby Witt Jr. in it, which again he should and be in the conversation. He's having a hell of a season.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Eric.
No comment.
You're just here so you don't get fined.
Bobby Witt's gonna not get the what he deserves to if he doesn't get them into the playoffs or far in the playoffs. We see it in all sports. It's the same with college football. I mean, there's guys that should win the Heisman that don't, because there's a guy that's a quarterback on the best team in the country, and he's not necessarily the best player, but he has the best viewing and seen as the best because he takes his team to the championship.
But he's just one guy, and he shouldn't be doing it by himself.
Right. Unless you're a quarterback at Clemson who takes your team player, the player that takes your team to the national championship and loses the Heisman each time. But
they make great NFL quarterbacks, by the way.
That's not the same thing. But again, it goes back to the popularity thing. I mean, we start talking about the MVP in May, and we start putting these guys out front, and
when we shouldn't.
Right. I mean, you just look at any year, there's going to be 2 or 3 guys that probably are better choices for MVP because they help their team more. You take Aaron Judge off the Yankees, that's going to hurt them a lot, but not as much as if you take like Ramirez off of
Cleveland. Yeah, correct.
Guardians. So to me, it's just one of those things where it boils down to what's going to, not even sell papers anymore, but what's going to get the clicks these days is what's going to be the thing that's going to trend.
I'm so annoyed right now. I'm sorry. I have to go through with it. I just try to put the game on for the Kansas City Royals so I can watch it, but I can't.
Because you're in the market.
Because I'm in the market.
Yeah, you are.
For the Washington Nationals.
Yes, sir. Do you want me to put it on?
How frustrating is that?
Yeah, I can put it on.
Well, thanks.
Because the Blue Jays are about to blow a lead to the Red Sox anyway.
I was actually in that same boat here. I have 2 separate, I think I mentioned this before. I have 2 separate internets, and one of them I can get Nationals games and one of them I can't because of where the IP address lands from the provider.
Well, you know a guy, you can probably get like both feeds, right? I mean, you know a guy. Or a woman, whatever it might be.
Yep.
Yeah. Must be cool being a somebody.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Everybody's a somebody to somebody.
Whoa.
Unless you're like me and you're a nobody. So
that's not true at all.
Yeah.
All right. So pretty much is TBD, right? Because obviously we know that Judge is going to win the MVP for the American League. It's already been decided.
Unless he gets the 40-40, then that could change the narrative because after Shohei's gotten the 50-50, if it becomes a thing, a 40-40 thing, then that could be the difference.
Yeah, he's been the bridesmaid too many times. I don't think he's going to be the bride this year, right? I think it's already been decided who the MVP is going to be. A lot of the writers have already have decided that, you know what? This is who it's going to be. And then that's it. And it's fine. Listen, I get it. Rhonda, we will talk about that here in a minute.
Dang.
Wow.
Shots across the hall. Damn.
Yowza.
Man.
Who is having a rough night tonight? Mr. Mayor, Eric. Oh, Lordy. Let's see. Yo, who is in 9th place right now? We're not going to talk about that. Should we talk about that, guys?
His votes. He's saving his votes for November.
Listen, shout out to, I got to hand it. Shout out to a friend of the show, Rhonda, Mrs. Mayor, because right now
Mrs. Mayor's killing it.
She is 3-0, the only undefeated team so far in the Dad Hat Chronicle Sports Show Fantasy Football League. That's right. The DHC Sports Show Fantasy Football League. The only undefeated is not only that Mrs. Mayor, and also on the same token, kind of undefeated, but he just hasn't won anything. You know what I mean? He's 0-3 and 3-0 in reverse. How's that?
He's one of the most consistent players that we have.
Wow.
Oh. Well, you should have seen the exuberance she had last night when she realized Logan lost. Sorry, Logan. But she saw the
Oh, that's right, because Logan was close to winning.
Logan was 2-0 as well, and Logan lost. So she was like, Logan lost. I'm first place alone.
All right. So here I'm gonna read the standings from bottom up. Okay, guys. Donnie Wise, Lynn Smith, you and Lynn are tied for 9th, okay? Although you literally are the last person, okay? Lynn, then Zach Prophet, who is tied with me, right now. We are both tied for 7th, although I am up on him. Just want to put that out there. Who's Kansas City Royals B baseball? Okay. Logan is number 2, then Zach Beeson, then Pat Larson. Wow, look at that. He's really quietly just putting a good season at 2-1. And then Mr. Eric Profit. And then right at that, at the very top, Rhonda Wise. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Be careful how you say that, dear.
I wasn't gonna say it.
Hey.
Wasn't gonna say it. I wasn't
Children's
gonna
show.
acknowledge it.
Children's show.
I'm just glad that it is a late night show, so there it is. There's that.
It is after dark.
It is after dark.
Donnie Wise Jr. coming up.
Ooh, dang.
Oh my god.
Come on, bring it on. Bring it
Up
on.
to bat, Donnie Wise
Hey.
Jr.
I was just gonna say to Brett, he says he beat Logan by 0.24 points. There could be corrections now. Be careful, because once the official scoring comes out,
Yes,
something could change.
It could. It could.
It usually
it
comes
may
out
work.
on Wednesday.
That is true. That is true. Shout out to Minor League Baseball Nerd who joined us on Instagram Live. So
He's roughing it at the White Sox.
I think
tonight.
he just gave up at the end. You know what I mean?
Well, he
just
wants to go see history being made in the wrong way, but still history being made tonight.
It's part of history, right? I
It's
mean,
part
because
of
they would
history.
officially take part into the last one. You know what I mean? So, yeah, there's that. Anywho, all right. So we talk about a little bit of football here, guys. I think we should, right? Because we just, we had an interesting Sunday, right? Let's just start with that, because there was a lot of weird games on Sunday, man. It was underwhelming, to say the least. Okay, but let's give the shout out to the who won, who lost on this wonderful day. Okay, in last place. Hold on, in last place, Patrick Larson. He was ahead of me at the end, but unfortunately, the last games didn't help him. Because he picked the Falcons to win over the Chiefs. Although the Falcons almost pulled it off, so you were about to be on top of that one.
The rest put me in last.
Yeah, well, the problem is because we all picked the Bills and then we all picked the Bengals, but you know how the Bengals did on that one. Yeah, that was interesting.
I did it for the content, baby.
All for the content. And shout out to the Dallas Cowboys for being a bunch of losers, losing again. They can't do anything.
Did you
by the way,
already?
Who called that rush defense? Letting them down.
Okay, let's
literally everyone that watches football.
Huh?
Jump in, Eric.
I'm trying. Did you already give up on the future Mrs. Prospector and go against the Chiefs?
Who?
Patrick.
Patrick, answer the question.
Did I pick against the Chiefs? Yes, I did.
Well, so you've already gotten rid of
and
the
he blamed
future
it on the
Mrs.
refs.
Prospector.
Wait. Which they should have, right? That was a PI. That was a blatant PI that was not called at the end. That should have been pass interference, ball at the one, and they didn't call it. Anyways,
true.
I don't want to hear anything out of the Jaguars fan over there.
Let's talk.
I don't want to hear
football,
anything
guys.
out of the Jaguars fan. Yeah, Mr. I'll sell my soul for whatever hat looks good for the week. I don't want to hear it. Jaguars.
No, do not put that on. We don't want
put
you.
it on. Put it on. I got mine on now. What,
the team that got smoked by the Broncos?
Hey, it's okay. Listen. The Tampa Mayfields are gonna ride the ship. Okay, they're gonna ride it. Okay, calm down.
Hey, did you get his joke? The Buccaneers, the ship. That's a good one. Give it to it, Patrick.
I did.
That was a good one.
I got one. A blind squirrel will find a nut once in a while. Okay, guys.
He's trying to fire them cannons, but they ain't smoking.
All right. Okay, guys. Wow, that was a bad one. Anyways, listen, guys. Surprise of Sunday games, like of all the slate, Well, I just threw the pen. What game surprised you guys the most, whether good or bad, right? Because there was a lot of good ones. No, actually, there wasn't that many good ones. There was a lot of bad ones. So which of those games really surprised you the most?
The Panthers beating up on the Raiders.
That was an ass whooping, dude.
Yeah. By the way,
That's not
Andy
as
Dalton, the
surprising as
best.
the. Go ahead. Sorry, Patrick. No, because I'm going away from the Panthers and your comments on the
He's
Panthers.
so fuzzy, you can't even see him.
Go ahead.
That to me was, it's a little surprising, but at the same time, I think some of us had a feel that they might go in there and pull off the player change win. The Giants over the Browns, that was shocking.
I wasn't shocked.
As bad as the Browns could be, whether depending on whoever the quarterback is in there, I still did not see the Giants like commanding that game like that.
I was not surprised. Nothing surprises me anymore when it comes to the Cleveland Browns. Listen, you made me go there, didn't you? Listen, the Cleveland Browns, their defense is good, but they get tired because they're spending way too much time on the field. Yeah. Deshaun Watson has been absolutely atrocious. Am I willing to say that we need Jameis Winston to start? No, I'm not going to say that. We need someone else, not Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston is going to be just another player that's just going to come in and shit the bed just like Deshaun Watson has. So I don't want to hear it.
I know somebody that'll disagree with you on that.
Who? I don't know who you're talking about. We will not be talking about that. Okay, but that didn't surprise me. I'll say that it didn't surprise me at all.
What about you, Patrick? What was your biggest surprise?
I was looking over the scores to decide which one was my biggest surprise, but I'd probably go for the Browns over the Giants over the Browns too, because I don't care how bad the Browns are, the Giants have just been atrocious. So
they still are atrocious.
Yeah. I mean, if they had Jameis in there, probably a win. But Daniel Jones, they made Daniel Jones look like a competent starting quarterback, and that's not a compliment.
I said that all Sunday.
Yeah.
I texted you guys that one. I texted you guys you know, the Browns are making Daniel Jones look like a competent all-star quarterback, and it's been so frustrating.
And the second, and really the other one is the fighting Mayfields losing to the Broncos, because Baker looked like a shell of himself from what he's been in the first few games. It wasn't all his fault. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it wasn't all him.
There's a lot of drop balls.
Yeah,
there were a lot of drop balls. I mean, and I knew that coming into this show that Ed would back him to the hilt and defend him no matter how poor he was. But that's kind of expected. But
it's a good hat though, right? It's a nice hat.
Yeah, it is a good hat. I've always liked that logo, but what wasn't
I really
good
do like the logo. I'm not gonna lie, I really do like the logo.
You know what I didn't like on Sunday was Baker's performance.
Because you had him as a QB1.
No, I had Josh Allen, bro.
Josh Allen went up.
Yeah, he had.
Yes, sir. Yeah,
we're going to talk about that game because
don't think I had Baker as my QB1. I'm not. No,
I know who did.
Yeah. I mean, shoot, I'd have Jameis over Baker.
Yeah, the most surprising part of that game is that the Bucs only got 7 points.
Yeah,
I mean, Broncos were.
It was Chris Godwin.
It was, there's the thing with the NFL is because there is, for the most part, a lot of parity, or there's at least opportunity for parity at times.
Yeah.
Even the worst teams are, I mean, that's what happened this weekend. I mean, you had the Panthers, you had the Broncos, you had the Giants winning. I mean, those teams are ripe for a win here and there, the Commanders. But the fact that the Bucs only got one touchdown, that's the surprising part of that.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. The Rams beating the 49ers. Although I'll say this, the 49ers are limping right now, like really bad.
Yep.
That was a close game.
Yeah.
Yeah. And by the way, Andy Dalton, best quarterback in the NFL. Yes or yes?
As of right now, based on the numbers, He is.
I'm telling you.
Hey, he did something nobody else has done.
How about this one, guys? Did you guys see the Vikings
Again,
beating up on the Texans the way they did?
Listen, respect to Eric Lichtenberg brought it up with the Vikings being 3-0, but respect all the way for Sam Darnold. The man looks mature, and he's really developing into a, I mean, it's early, but he's really looked good.
You know who saw this coming? Do you know who saw this coming? The mayor. He picked the Vikings to win that game.
Not after Sunday, Eric.
Vikings 3-0. Hey, listen,
like 3-1 after Sunday.
Hey. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here, okay, buddy?
And that's the Aaron Jones versus Josh Jacobs derby.
So it was a good game. Packers and the Titans.
Mm-hmm.
So how's that game?
Malik Willis was balling, dude.
He actually was throwing the ball. Everybody's like, he can't throw. And he's like, watch this. And he had a couple of deep balls to Christian Watson. So, and then of course he had how many 80 some, I don't know his rushing yards, but he had quite a few rushing yards as well. So don't know yet, but probably looks like Love will be back. But I mean, he was serviceable. And if we need him to keep going, I'm fine with Willis.
So let me ask you this, Eric, because I got a two-part question for you, right? One, and I think you kind of answered this one. Would you bench Love for one more game just to make sure that he stays healthy? Because don't you guys have the bye coming up?
I'm not sure what week it is, but we do. I mean, we have the Vikings this weekend at home, and I mean, Vikings could very well win that. But 2-2, you could easily have been 0-4 if. Willis didn't do what he needed to do. I know we didn't play anybody, but hey, wins, and
take the wins wherever you can get them.
So I would be fine if they rest him for another week. I know it's going to be a tough game regardless of who's in there, because then if you have Love, he's going to be rusty coming back after having not played for 3 weeks. But
yeah, I know. I'm with you. With you.
Either way.
Let me ask you this, and here's part B. Do you think that the success for Willis was in part because he was playing against his old team, right? Because he did downplay it the whole week, right? He was downplaying the whole thing. And listen, kudos to him. He did what he needed to do. He played really, really, really good in Tennessee, right? So that's where he went in there. But do you, between us and then, only the people that are watching, do you think it had anything to do a little bit of, trying to kind of stick it to them?
Yeah, maybe a little bit. But like you said, he was definitely trying to downplay it. It's like, oh, it's just, whatever. It's my former team. I don't have any hard feelings against them. Like, he didn't make any mistakes really against the Colts because all he needed to do was basically hand the ball off to Josh Jacobs. So he didn't do a whole lot in his first game, but he didn't really have to. Yeah. But this game, I thought he really turned it on. So, I mean,
yes and no.
Yeah. I mean, with him throwing as well as he did, now he didn't have I don't even know if he hit 200 yards passing, but so it wasn't like a big passing game, but he got his spots where he needed to and picked up the first downs. And because I don't think Jacobs really had that big of a game this past Sunday, but didn't really need to. All of that also to say that the defense just tore up Will Levis.
Well, so Will Levis kind of sucks too.
He didn't have to do anything. The defense had 8 sacks. They had a pick 6. Jair Alexander had a pick 6. They had a fumble recovery, and so defense was all over them. So, I mean, I could see where a lot of people will be like, "Hey, it's my old team. I want to come back and I want to beat them." But like you said, he was just like, whatever. It's just another team. So
also, by the way, I don't know if you guys know this. And this is so bad. Deshaun Watson got sacked 9 times on Sunday.
The Giants' defense isn't that good, are they?
No, is that Browns again? I go back to he's holding on to the ball for way too long.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But anyways, because I know you said that you got my dude got sacked 8 times. Also, Will Levis is not good. He is not a good quarterback. So there's that. Okay, another game that surprised you guys, because I think there was some duds. I'll be honest with you, there was a lot of duds on Sunday, except for really Sunday night. Well, one Sunday night game, because the Bills just trampled the Dolphins. My God, was that a bad game?
Who are you talking? Seahawks were playing the Dolphins.
No, I'm
Come
sorry,
on,
the Seahawks. You're right.
The Bills,
The
were
Jaguars. Yeah, the
Monday
Jaguars. I
night.
apologize. Yeah.
Okay, because Sunday night was Atlanta, Kansas City.
Atlanta,
But yeah,
Kansas City, but yeah, I'm sorry, the Bills and Jaguars. I apologize, on Monday night.
the Bills are
Jacksonville Donnies.
the Bills are 3-0, and they lost Stephon Diggs. Keon Stowers finally had his first NFL touchdown. I thought he'd do more prior to now, but
Keon Coleman.
Yeah, Stowers, that old KU guy. Sorry, yeah, Coleman. Keon Coleman finally had his first touchdown, but
even though he was benched at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, they're surprisingly 3-0, and everybody thought they'd struggle. I know it's still early, but everybody thought they'd struggle because they lost Stephon Diggs, and
that helped them.
I guess James Cook. James Cook. Yeah, he's
Khalil Shakir. Khalil Shakir is also.
Yeah, Shakir. And then did you see DeMar Hamlin had his first career interception? It was basically right to him, but that was kind of cool. He finally got a pick.
it was a crappy quarterback as well. But anyways, listen, I think the four of us, we were all saying that I think that the Bills losing Stephon Diggs was actually going to be a good thing for them, because now you're not forcing a throw to Stephon Diggs. You're not forcing it. Ooh, top of the ninth. Oh Lord, baby, something bad happened. Anyways, I think it was a good thing that the Stephon Diggs left the Bills, because now they're rolling, man, and they've proven that they don't need him. Just like and Donnie, I don't know if you listened to this on the Dan Patrick show today, where they were making who was it that was making the argument that Patrick Mahomes is actually gotten as a much better quarterback since what's his name left for Miami.
Was that Albert Breer they were talking to, or was it when they were talking about RG3? RG3. Yeah, because they were. And they basically said, well, I'm assuming. I'm not assuming. Josh Allen apparently said something after the game where they were playing, a little more freer, where he doesn't have to worry about, stats. It feels good to just have guys that aren't worried about the stats. And same thing RG3 said about Mahomes is that once he didn't have to constantly look to see where Hill was first,
correct,
he's able to spread the ball around and play a little freer, and they were a better team for it. And I agree. I think, again, you get some of these prima donna receivers. It goes back to when Baker was with the Browns and had to deal with OBJ. I think, we've talked about that before.
That was part of the demise of Baker Mayfield.
Exactly. These quarterbacks just need to go to these guys and say, look, I'm going to throw to who's open. I don't give a crap if it's you or not. You can deal with it later. If you want to pout, then, I won't throw you the ball at all. That's what I would do. That's what Tom Brady was. Tom Brady wouldn't throw the ball to people if they were going to have attitude.
That's the exact same name I was just thinking about. Yeah. Tom Brady would just throw it to anybody and everybody.
Drew Brees is another one.
Yeah, you're right.
Like Drew Brees is a guy you never picked in fantasy or you didn't pick his receivers because he would throw to 8 different receivers in a game, or be it a tight end or wide receiver or a running back.
But at the same time, that's what made them so good, because you didn't know who he was going to be throwing to.
Yeah, well, it would be Jimmy Graham. It would be Jimmy Graham. It would be, it was
everybody, right?
Everybody.
I think there's something to be said about, a superstar wide receiver not really earning, making it easy for the quarterback and the team.
Exactly.
And you know what? What's happening? I think where else is happening in Cleveland with Amari Cooper. I think
he's another. He was the same way in Dallas. I think that's why Dallas got rid of him too, because they were tired of his crap.
And I think it's happening right now. The same thing is like he's getting upset that he is not getting the ball as much. Right? Great receiver, but you have to play within the system. If you don't play within the system, whatever that system is, it doesn't matter, right? Then what you're doing is you're becoming a detriment to the team. You're becoming more of a liability than you are an asset to the team.
Yeah. But in Amari's defense, wouldn't you be upset if a generational talent like Kadarius Toney joined your team?
That is true. I mean, absolutely. Absolutely.
He's scared.
Yeah. I mean, if Donnie had his way, he'd spend half his time in Carolina and half his time in Jacksonville. But that's
Hey, now that we got the red rifle, bring Kadarius down, man. Give him a weapon. We'll take him now.
What was it that like he that the red rifle needed? I think it's like only like 30 more yards to pass the what's his name, Bryce Young, for the season in yardage.
Yeah.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
So I gotta hand it to the kid. He is sticking with it, right? He is there. You know what I mean? He is showing up. I mean, granted he's mad. He should, but at the same time, you should have played better.
Yeah.
He should be mad at himself.
That's what I'm saying. He should be mad at himself.
And Ed, do you mind if I ask the mayor a question?
Absolutely. Go for it.
So we heard this week, Mr. Mayor, about your former team, that they received trade offers for one Bryce Young. As a former fan of that team, do you think that they will entertain trade offers for him, or do you think they'll turn him down, or do you think? And then beyond that, do you think they should take one of those trade offers?
Good one, Brett.
Well done, Brett.
Well done. Well, second part first. I think they should.
Brett. Touche.
I think they should. Will they? If the
No.
they will if the right offer comes. I think
You
it
think so?
depends. I think it depends if they get anywhere close. Well, it depends on who the team is making the offer as to whether the pick they offer is good enough or not.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know that anybody is obviously going to offer a first round pick at this point, because teams are not like that. They're less like, we'll stick it to you. Right. But if there was somebody to float a second out there, I think they would jump at it.
Mm-hmm. Because they lose their second round pick in 25, because there was the first round pick that ultimately ended up being Caleb Williams, and then they lost DJ Moore and then a couple other picks, but then it's the 25 second round, if I'm not mistaken, that they lost.
I mean, I think the situation it's gotten. I mean, it's toxic to the point where they had to make a change this quick this season, and I don't see really the relationship with him and the coaches and the staff and the owner getting better by him sitting. Now, I think personally he needs to sit.
I agree.
I don't think he needs to be traded somewhere that somebody is going to throw him in there. But then again, I mean, the Dolphins are on their third quarterback. So if the Dolphins come up and say, we'll give you a second, a third, and a seventh round pick for him, I'd ship him to Miami in a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
If I could get 3 to 4 picks out of it, and maybe even like a throwaway player that they want to get that could help you. But I think he's going to get traded just for picks, and the Panthers pick up part of his salary for whatever the remaining is. I would do it in a heartbeat, because there's no going back at this point.
Yeah.
It really isn't, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, it's good to hear from a former fan. Well,
I'll be back when he's gone. No, I'm just kidding. I just think that it's kind of one of those situations where Andy Dalton's a veteran. He's going to probably be better than anything that Bryce could bring back to the table the rest of the season at this point. I mean, they could still suck the rest of the year, but as long as they're just not uncompetitive, and I think Andy Dalton will at least make them competitive.
You know what? Since we're on this trend, may I ask a question to the Carolina/Jaguars fan?
The Pagwars.
The Pagwars. So let me ask you, Donnie, because there's been some news out there saying that Canales was like, nah, dude, we got to get rid of him. Like, he was about to lose the team, right? Pretty much is, if they didn't bench Bryce Young, he was going to get, done. Like, he was going to lose the team. But also at the same time, Tepper is the one pushing for Bryce Young to start. Like, at some point, right, you got to be like, I know you're the owner, but you need to stay the hell away. You're paying us to run the team. You need to just, like, do you think they'll have that conversation with him?
I hope Canales has that conversation. I know if I was the coach, I would be like, look, you own the team and you can have some say, but when it comes to the field, that's me. If you are going to try to run the team from the box, then fire me today. Pay me my money and I'll go on my way, and you get another coach and see how it goes. I mean, I would put it to him if I was the coach. I think the thing that Canales has going for him, I think Dan Morgan's going to be the best middleman in this situation right now. And I think Morgan's going to have Canales' back, and I think the two of them against Tepper. I mean, all they got to do is say, dude, look at the publicity that you're getting by trying to do this. Right. And I don't understand what Tepper's love for Bryce Young is. I have no idea. I don't know why he saw something in him in Alabama that made him want to do it. But
is he an Alabama booster?
I don't think so. I mean, I have no idea. That would be funny if he was, because then that would actually make sense.
But at the same time, it just goes to show you that like there are some owners to just need to just stay the hell away from running. Good for you. Listen, run the entertainment side, right? Run the business side of the team, which is why you got to own the team. That's why you got to where you're at. Okay, run that. But you absolutely know nothing about football. Yeah. Just like the rest of us, right? Like, I mean, this is what we're doing. We're doing it on a, from the home, from the comfort of our homes. But like, you know what I mean? Like, no one's going to pay us to run a team.
Yeah. And I would hope that maybe he even had that conversation coming in as a coach. Like, look, I'll come in there and coach, but I've got to have some level of say-so over the players. I can't have a call come down from the owner's box telling me what to do, or you might as well get somebody else.
There's only one place where that's allowed to be done, and that's in Dallas, because he's done it for decades now.
Well, he tells them up front that's what he's going to do, and you can decide to coach the Cowboys or not. And granted, he went with Garrett, who had played for him and understood his role. And
yes, man.
Yeah, and McCarthy wanted another job, so he's like, whatever you say, boss. I don't think. I mean, again. Cowboys are going to suck until Jerry Jones is dead. This is what's going to happen. They're still going to probably suck after that. But I think, honestly, Stephen Jones will run the team differently if Jerry's not around.
I feel like the Cowboys logo is like a decoy North Star. The North Star, they're hoping that will lead them to the playoffs, but it actually leads them just away from the playoffs. Yeah.
Again, what have I been saying? What have I been saying for so long now? The Cowboys are regular season champions, and that's all they're going to be, because they cannot win a playoff. Donnie couldn't even get hired as a fantasy coach right now. Hot dog. Oh, man.
No, that's the problem. I'm a fantasy owner. I'm tempering up the hell out of my fantasy team.
He most certainly is. He most certainly is.
I need to find a teenager here in the neighborhood that knows the NFL and let him run my team.
Yeah, but that teenager is playing against us, so you can't do that.
No, Donnie, you're tempering your expectations, okay?
And that teenager whooped my ass in fantasy football this week. So
yeah, well,
hey, to Virgil's point, I would trade Bryce Young, and I'd bring Kenny Pickett in as a backup to Andy Dalton.
Yeah.
Hell, bring Tannehill.
Yeah,
put him as a backup. There's something to be said about having a veteran quarterback as a backup.
No. Are you guys going to trade with Philly to get the interception specialist, Mr. Pickett?
Kenny Pickett. Oh,
no, I don't. I don't want
right?
Kenny Pickett. That was a little bit of a joke, but
no, that's it. Isn't he in Philly?
I think he is. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I like what Brett said. Fitz magic, baby.
He doesn't want to play. He has the cushy job now, dude.
Yeah, he's living large now. So
Fitzmagic can play anytime he wants.
He has a cushy job.
He's on Amazon, so he's even got it better.
He's a prime option.
On Thursdays.
Yeah, exactly. Doing that, he's doing, which I don't know, one of the MGM or DraftKings, whatever. He's got that going. Dude's not going anywhere. You know what I mean? Yep. So, hey guys,
I do think Tannehill would be a fun option to bring in and just clean up that quarterback room.
But Tannehill is another one that's like, he's like Fitzpatrick in the sense that he always finds a way back in.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Like he's like a cat that has 9 lives.
Well, Dalton's been that way a little bit too, to be honest. I mean, he bounced around to Dallas and
Yeah, he's making good money as a backup. To think about
Well,
that.
where else
Well,
did
Andy
he go?
Dalton has a habit of signing, being told he's going to be the starter, and then somehow he magically ends up being the backup.
Kind of like
Because
Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Well, I felt like Fitzmagic at least knew he was going to be a backup. Andy Dalton will do an interview and say, I signed with the understanding that I'm going to be the starting quarterback entering camp. And then magically he ends up being QB2.
Right. So listen, he's played for the Bengals. He did 1 year with the Cowboys, 1 year with the Bears, 1 year with the Saints, and then now since 23, he's been with the Panthers.
Yeah.
So
I remember in Chicago, he was supposed to be the QB1, and then they said, oh no, Justin Fields is.
Yeah.
And they should have kept him as the QB1. So
Yeah.
that was awkward.
Although Justin Fields has his team 3-0. How do you feel about that? He looked a lot better this past weekend. I will say that.
Yeah, but
I think that's more
don't
luck
know
than
yet.
anything. I'm sorry. I think that's more luck than anything with that team.
I would have said that the first 2 weeks, but he looked a lot more assured on Sunday.
he was going
who did
against
they
the
play?
Chargers, and Harbaugh. So
But the Chargers have a good defense.
they do.
They have a better defense. They don't have a good defense. They have a better defense.
A lot better than
Than
what he
last
played
year.
against the first time. And I am by no means a Fields apologist. I mean,
I know. I think they should
Yeah.
keep him as the starter going forward, and they should trade Wilson out of there. You know what I mean? Because
I think
Well,
the Chargers fell victim to the stereotype. The West Coast team with a 1 o'clock game
yeah.
tends to do bad.
I
Well,
agree.
You know what happened on their to-do list? They forgot to bolt up. So,
They weren't charged up.
They weren't. Nope. That battery was on empty.
Eric is watching this game, so he's not even paying attention to us.
Yeah. That's okay. You get all the pleasure of hearing the dad jokes.
I know. He's ignoring the hell out of us. Which, by the way, I didn't notice, but Donnie, you got a new headset.
Yeah, I went and grabbed this. That other one was just so big on my ears. I actually was going to get some earbuds like you have, but I can't find them, and I didn't have another pair. But I had this old pair of Beats.
Oh, baby, I got a link for you.
And so yeah, I just threw this on. It seems a little bit better.
Uh-oh. Is there signs of life in him? There's signs of life.
Maybe.
Only because of an error on Washington.
Hey,
A win's a win, all right?
exactly.
Hey, it's not over yet. It's the 10th inning with the ghost runner, so anything can happen.
My guy Cole Reagans kept you in the game.
Yeah, he was pretty. He
Outstanding.
looked pretty bad in the first. Got out of it, and the pitching's been fine tonight. It's can't get anything going. Bobby had a slow chopper to short, and the shortstop couldn't get it out of his glove. And then when he threw it in the ground, and it got away from the first baseman, and our ghost runner scored.
So did that shortstop spend all night in a Vegas casino too, or was that just CJ Abrams?
Yes.
He's just gonna go with yes with that.
He doesn't care. He just cares that the error happened, and it's
You don't care.
Well, I don't want to say that my Crown Town hat has helped to break the streak, but
No,
I mean-
do something else for me, please, because that's
If
not
the-
helping.
If the shoe
Crown
fits,
Town. Crown Town, baby.
right? If the shoe fits, okay. Guys, we got to pick for Thursday's game because it's an interesting one. I don't know if you guys seen who's playing, right?
Dallas, New York.
Dallas Cowboys 1 and 2 are headed to East Rutherford, New Jersey to play the New York Giants.
The football giants.
The New York Football Giants.
Yeah, whatever, they can suck it.
So both teams lose.
Can't hope so.
Right?
Yeah,
I mean, I'd rather just
The
both lose.
fans lose.
She knows. Mrs. Influencer.
Eric
This is
equals
good.
ray of sunshine.
knows.
All right. Who wants to start with this one?
Give me Dallas.
Okay. We're going to start with Eric this week. Okay, Eric. Dallas. Good job, buddy. Good job. All right.
I just don't.
Go ahead.
No, I know it's in New York. I just don't see, and it's a conference. I just don't see. I know they beat the your guys, the Browns.
Yep.
I still don't see it though. I mean, Neighbors, he had a really good game, and Jones was getting him the ball, but Dallas almost came back and won that game, so they could have been 2-1. Now, I'm glad they're not, but they very well could have won that. They've lost 2 at home, and then I think their only win was on the road. So
it is.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, give me Dallas on that one.
Well, Dallas is -6 on this game.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I was gonna say I feel like they could cover it, but I don't know. Thursday night games are kind of weird, but I'm still taking Dallas to win. You're
gonna the straight win, no covering.
No, I'll do that on Thursday unless you're making making us.
No, I don't have to make. I'm not making you guys. Donnie, talk to me.
Golly, I have no idea which way to go on this. My gut says Cowboys, like him, just right off the bat. Cowboys are going to go in there and win this game, but I don't know. I won't say Cowboys for now, but I have until we leave tonight to change my mind.
No, it's already in pen. Okay, Patrick, what you want, buddy? What you want, buddy? What you want? Are you gonna go for hashtag content for the content?
Well, we see where that puts me in the rankings. No, and I think the Cowboys will win, and I'll tell you why. I think that the Cowboys can win games if they. Something's funny.
Score more points than their opponent.
Who said that?
No, you're just saying. You said Cowboys can win if, and I finished it for you, saying if they score more points than their opponent.
That was sweet. Thank you.
You're welcome.
By the way, shout out to the White Sox social media. They have been on fire.
They have been
the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's been pretty funny.
The Cowboys.
That must be somebody that's on their way out the door. By the way, go ahead.
Yeah. I think that the Cowboys can win games if they get out to a lead. I think that they'll score first, and I think that if they kind of get a lead and they don't feel pressured that they're in a close game, they can win football games because the offense can score points. I don't think that's the problem. I think it's when they get behind that they don't have the guys the mental strength to come back. When they go down, they feel like they've lost a game. So and that's with all their top players that I've seen. So if they get out to a lead, they can sometimes cruise. So while I don't think they're going to cruise in this one, I think that they'll score first, and I think that they're going to hold that lead. So Dallas for me.
Well, the Cowboys did score more against the Browns than the Giants did.
But here's my thing with this one, because I was just gonna say, you know what the Cowboys can't do? Stop the run.
Yeah.
They got crumpled. I mean, listen, the Baltimore Ravens did what they needed to do, was just run all over the place. Again, Baltimore's defense is also not good, guys. They almost lost that game at the end. They almost gave up a double-digit lead again in the game. So,
but Baltimore has Derrick Henry. Who did the New York Giants have?
Everybody ran against the Browns, and the Browns defense is supposed to be good.
Yeah, but supposed to be. They have not been.
Neither has been the Cowboys, though.
Right. But yeah,
I just don't believe in Daniel Jones. I'm picking Dallas. Don't get me wrong. I'm picking Dallas because I think it was a fluke, and I think they just they went against the Browns, who have not really been good this week. So, but we'll talk about the Browns later on because they're making me mad. I'm about to pick another team.
Jameis.
I'm about to pull a Donnie wise on this one.
Yeah.
So
yeah, John. Yeah, but did we see that? Did you see what John Cox has said said online about they're going to have to bring crab legs to Cleveland?
Oh my god,
That was John Coates. That was one of the best.
Oh,
tweets
yeah.
of the weekend. That was one of the best tweets of the weekend.
I don't
That was
disagree
good.
with him, though.
I've been saying it for weeks, bro.
I don't disagree. Sean Watson, my God.
Yeah,
Anyways, listen, let's
but-
just finish. Let's finish this.
Yeah. Well, by the way, for the New York Giants, do you think like a good neighbors Malik will be there, or do you think that
I'm ignoring you.
that's fine?
You got Dallas?
I got Dallas.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
All of that just for picking Dallas. Thanks, buddy.
He said he had Dallas, and here's why.
I know.
So it's
Well,
like,
I
okay,
mean,
let's sit back.
I wanted to pull like the one I did last week to him.
No, well,
Who'd you pick again? After his rant.
Dallas. No, no. I mean, I was doing like that. What do they call it? The dramatic pause.
Yeah.
So and so then Eric, in between his tantrums, can tell me, so they can score more than the other team.
I mean, he's not wrong though.
He's not. That is Chris Collinsworth level analysis.
You really hate Chris Collinsworth.
Am I wrong?
I didn't say you were wrong. I just said you hated the guy.
Like he's this generation's version of a Madden wannabe.
Wow, bro.
Yeah.
Tell me how you really Tell me how you really feel.
Well, I can't believe what he just did there. What a play there,
Have any of you guys watched any of Brady's games yet this year? Because I haven't watched anything that Brady's.
No.
I haven't watched very many games. I was just curious what y'all's thoughts were with him as a.
You worth 95 million?
I didn't. He was on one of the games, maybe week 1, and I heard him, but wasn't like focused on it. So
the Cleveland Dallas game.
Everybody said he's gotten better, obviously, but I haven't heard him since. So I don't really.
Did you know that he was calling some UFL games? Apparently, that's what he said. He's like, yeah, I was calling a couple of UFL. I mean, granted, good for him. So that way he got the practice, but
Yeah, nobody was watching those, so that's how we didn't know it.
Yeah, true. I just miss Greg Olson. Greg Olson is much better.
Greg Olson was very good.
Yeah.
So
that he'll resurge as a top one somewhere here for too long.
I mean, he's still doing games for Fox.
Yeah.
But
well, not Donnie probably knows him and will help him get a job. I don't know. Donnie knows a guy.
I tried to get him to come to a Fireflies game. I actually did.
Did you
comment to something on his social media? I think it was beginning of this season, actually, because he was doing an interview somewhere and he was wearing a Fireflies hat. And I think I did I don't know, like not a direct message, obviously, but like just message him.
Yeah, tagged him
or something like that, and said, "Hey, I got 2 seats right here. Anytime you want to come to Columbia for a Fireflies game."
Hey, man, listen, shoot your shot, bro.
Hey, he's my guy. Hang on, I'll show y'all what I got here.
Oh man, here we go. Here we go.
What type of autograph does he have this time?
I'm sure he has a jersey. Greg
That he
Olson jersey
that he won in an auction. And then he invited that player's parents to sit with him.
He almost died.
Yeah.
You're right
The baby bomber almost died.
good?
I know. He might need hip surgery after this. See, I told you. Hey, see? Jersey signed.
There it is.
There it is.
Did you win that in an auction?
Yeah, game worn.
Oh, that is an actual game worn one. Okay.
Yeah.
Was that in an auction?
Omaha's making it interesting, by the way, against Columbus. Bottom of the 9th, runner on first and second, 1 out.
Still 3-1.
3-1.
I mean, I know none of you care, and so Eric, save your breath because I know you don't care. But the Blue Jays did, in fact, blow a 3-0 lead, and it's the bottom of the 10th, and it's 6-3 Red Sox. This is what happens when your team is eliminated.
They don't care.
Well, they suck. First of all,
sorry, I'm sorry. That was mean. I apologize. That was mean.
No, you don't care.
No, I didn't say me.
Do you remember what Mrs. Influencer is saying? So I think you had Mike on one time and all his helmets fell or something fell in the background. She said it reminded what Donnie just did reminded her of that.
Who was it?
I tripped coming out the closet because I've got a couple.
Look, oh Jesus, I'm gonna fall.
You just came out the Never mind.
Exactly.
No.
Yeah, that was when Sellers was on.
Out of the jersey.
Yeah, it was when Mike Sellers
That was when
was
Sellers
on.
was on.
All his ice cream helmets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've actually got two, I guess like two picture frames or something that were right there at the corner of the door. And I came out and caught those and about broke them.
I'm trying to look for the game. What's for the White Sox?
It's White Sox Angels. I don't know the score though. It's early.
Angels are up.
Angels are winning.
1-0.
In the in the seventh inning.
Oh,
though.
already? Wow.
Yeah, it's in the seventh.
Oh, it's in Chicago then.
It's in Chicago.
Yep.
Come on, Joey Gallo, be a hero. Pop up.
Oh,
Got
bases loaded. Jesus.
There we
I drew
go.
blood.
Yeah. Joey Gallo is good at striking out. He doesn't even pop out. He just strikes out.
2 outs, runner on third for our boy Mr. Influencer here.
Yeah.
Woo. He is nervous.
Yeah.
I'm nervous right now for my Clippers, man.
I'm nervous for my Blue Jay. Oh, never mind.
Oh no, Run to get an ambulance.
There
I
you
might be on the IR.
Oh,
That's
Oh
right.
my God. Can't pick fantasy teams, and now he's injured.
Yeah.
We're working around Gallo.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Was that cut caused by Juwan Jennings being on your bench?
I actually don't even know where it came from. Oh God, that was the worst decision I made. I thought T. Higgins was going to come back and score some points. And
Which literally 99% of people would have made that same move.
I would have made the same decision too.
Yeah.
Not, you know what I mean? Because
I'm sitting here messing with you, but I would have done the same thing. I mean, Juwan Jennings, you didn't know, like it was
it was my team play like absolute garbage.
Zach brought up a good thing. Any thoughts on the layer that John Fisher put out to
It's bullshit. I'll say it. I'm sorry.
By the way, I gotta say this first, Brett. Oh, Canada.
Eric, it's gonna be okay.
Dang, man, Shannon is crushing me here.
I know Donnie is Derek Rose of DHC Sports Show up for the season.
I don't even know what I cut. I don't even know what I caught it on. That's what's crazy.
Oh my God, that is funny as hell.
Mrs. Influencer's on fire tonight, man.
Oh my! Well, the fact is, because like we heard it. Everybody heard it.
Yeah. By the way, was that dramatic effect for the content?
That was old man stupidity. Oh, Lynn just put it up there.
Did you see what just happened though?
No.
Gallo missed a home run it was a little bit foul, but he barely missed a walk-off 2-run home run, and then he struck out. We finally won a game.
You want to know why? Because of the Crown Town hat. Let's go.
1-0. That was embarrassing. We left 11 on base.
The Chasers just scored
But
a
you
run.
won. But you
How many
won.
hits?
Oh, by the way, please allow me to do something.
Oh God.
Oh, my team's only going to lose all the games the rest of the season, and then they're never going to get in the playoffs. And now, they're going to have a 13-game losing streak, but yet they just broke it. My name's Eric Profit.
Oh my God.
Sorry,
that's
I had
too
to do my
good.
weekly. I had to do my weekly, self-moping session when he does his reverse psychology.
Bro, that's a strike on Pyre.
See? Hey, Shannon, did you just hear that? He's doing it too.
Well,
I'm not. I expected the Blue Jays to lose, even if they were up 3-0.
see, strike. Thank God he challenged that.
See, I'm not the only one.
Man, Donnie, what was with that Yankees play? Come on.
I'm so happy with this the challenge system in AAA.
Oh, come on, Drew Waters. What are you doing?
The Yankees bullpen had that, man.
Drew
Come on.
Waters, you're
Come
the best
on,
hitter.
Columbus. Come on, Columbus.
Base hit will win it. Come on, Omaha.
Mrs. Influencer knows
It
what
really
I'm talking
would.
about.
A base hit will win this game.
Yeah.
We need a double play. Ground ball.
I think she's talking
Yeah,
about you.
baby.
Oh, I love it. I love it. If it makes you feel any better, the Giants are beating the D-backs, Eric.
Yeah, but the
Why
Giants
do
are
I care-
eliminated.
Why do I care about that?
Well, because the Giants weren't just beating you, they're beating everybody.
Well,
Whoa.
Dang, Yankees are about to only have a 5-game lead now.
Against
with 5 left?
right.
Man.
What? No, but what about in
Man.
the
First world problems.
No. But what about
Yeah.
in the division, like for the playoffs?
Playoffs?
Well, they've got a 6-game lead on Baltimore right now.
No, but against Cleveland.
Oh, well, they're up. Let's see. Well, they're even with Cleveland right now as the leader of the AL teams.
That's what I'm
So
saying. They
Yeah.
gotta win.
Oh, they will tomorrow.
Yeah, the Blue Jays with that loss cemented last place in the East.
But what I'm worried about right now, nobody cares about the team that's in the offseason. Okay, all right, buddy.
I mean, the
need you to
Yankees just
jump-
have to win.
I'm kidding.
just
I'm
have to win
kidding.
their
I'm kidding.
division.
I'm kidding, dear Patrick. I'm kidding.
That
It's
is
a
so
joke.
insensitive.
Listen,
All of you are playing meaningful games at this point.
you're not.
So the heck with you.
Oh, my God.
Goodness me.
Oh, good grief.
Great googly moogly. Man.
Ooh, that's true, Zach.
Yeah.
Ooh, series to us, Padres versus Dodgers. San Diego 3 games behind, starting with a 3 games. But hey, listen, you know what's another series that's going to be interesting? Is it Minnesota that's playing Detroit? Aren't they?
No, Minnesota's right now at home against Miami, and then they go face Baltimore.
Ooh.
So another really intriguing series that you wouldn't expect it to be, but it's going to be very intriguing for both teams is the Braves Royals to end the season. Royals going after a wild card spot, Braves going after a wild card spot, right? So, whoever outplays the other could very well be the one that maybe depends on what happens with the other teams, but that's going to have very interesting implications. Isn't that a 4-game set, Eric, to finish the season?
Bro, if this
Is it 3?
dude walks,
Is it 3?
if this dude walks,
I'll let you watch it.
you gotta be kidding me.
What?
Oh, whew. Okay.
Weak ground out, and the dude was still in the batter's box when he got thrown out. Like, that dude's so slow. What are you doing?
Why are you don't act like you ran. You didn't run.
You literally had the bases loaded with 1 out. Like father, like son. The Omaha Storm Chasers did exactly what the Royals have been doing the last week plus. But Sugarland's smoking Reno right now, 12-2.
Ooh,
Damn.
Yeah.
I don't want to see Reno again just because when I went to the AAA National Championship 2 years ago, Reno was in against Durham. So I want to see a new team. I don't like Sugarland's stadium, but I don't mind them.
I don't want Sugarland just because they're a Houston Astros.
Well, yeah. But I mean, I'd love to see Omaha because that's my team. But either way, I haven't seen Columbus ever play before. So looking forward
Have you ever, dude? Let me know when you go to Columbus.
Yeah, I haven't been yet.
Such a nice ballpark.
It is a nice ballpark.
Huntington.
Man, that's a
Yeah, by the way, Donnie, are you watching Dominguez versus Dominguez?
The Huntington Park in Columbus, dude. That's a beautiful park, man. I love that one.
Here to tie it up.
Yeah, what do you think about Jason Dominguez? Are you excited about him?
I'm excited about anybody that's going to come in and help us win.
Well, I was going to say Yankees fans have been clamoring for him to get promoted.
Exactly. So here's the time to make your money, make your name right here.
Yeah.
Pull one down the left
I
field
just love
line.
it. I just love it.
Oh, damn! He about stabbed the first baseman with that broken bat.
Well, I love that Seranthony Dominguez against Jason Dominguez.
Zach Beeson, so you're talking about those pretzel sticks. Have you had the pretzels at Lehigh Valley? I can't remember if you were the one that told me about them or maybe George Falkowski, but I had them in Lehigh Valley. They were good.
Okay, Mrs. Influencer, I don't need you to be giving me that attitude. Okay, I don't need that attitude from you either. I get it
She's
from your
been talking
husband
crap about
every
me.
day so far.
saying Brett's been roasting me too.
Now
Okay.
she just knows that I'm going to probably end up going and not invite her.
Awkward.
Yeah.
This is awkward. I
So-
thought
so-
she was talking
someone
about
just
me.
Someone just made a reservation at La Sofa de Profit.
Shannon, I'm not going this year, so don't worry. It's not this season
Yeah.
We got
because
some
the
storms.
series is in
Vegas.
Omaha.
Oh, right now, yeah, it is in Omaha.
They have all three of them. I thought they do 2 and 1, but it's all in Omaha.
Yeah, so
And
they're playing it all three. Yeah.
all in
No.
Sugarland. And
No,
then
Mrs. Influencer, he made travel plans to go to one game so he can get to game 100 before he gets to Vegas. So yeah,
that
so,
would be
you know,
nice. But she may get to see Clippers if they can win one more here in the next day or two. She may get to see them Saturday,
Yeah, if the Columbus wins,
but not in Columbus though.
Nope, it'll be in Vegas.
Yeah.
So
Erie Seawolves
Yeah.
won back-to-back Eastern Leagues.
did they?
Good for Erie.
Mhm. Yeah, I got there this year. Surprised Patrick. I went there this year with my brother. Their pizza.
You took a baseball trip?
Yeah. Their pizza balls or whatever they're called, the dough
Pepperoni
pizza,
balls.
yes.
Pepperoni balls.
With mascot hat. Those Joe, my brother said
Pepperoni rolls. I'm sorry, pepperoni rolls.
he said that's probably the best stadium food item he's ever had.
Really?
They were really good. Really, really good.
So,
Oh, you're right. Pepperoni balls. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right.
not to take away from this conversation, but a little birdie told me that AAA had to go and beg Major League Baseball to have a playoff system because Major League Baseball did not want them to have a playoff.
That's crazy.
They did not want them to have the playoff.
Well, so what you're saying is Major League Baseball wanted to rob AAA of the playoffs.
There it is. There he is.
That's a good one. I'll give you that. That's actually pretty good.
I'm ending on that
yes.
one tonight.
Yes. Yeah, let's end that on that one. Yeah, and that's factual. I was told that by a good source says, yeah, they didn't want to have it.
Yeah. So what you're saying is that, like Donnie, you know people.
No.
I mean, I know the influencer.
First of all,
knows
if
people.
you ever know people and they say they know people, they don't know people. So you just got to say, it's like, no, I don't know people.
No, I don't know anybody.
And
I'm a nobody.
Miami's 3 outs away from winning against the Twins, and if the Twins lose, we'll be up 2.
You might
with
as well
five-
just kiss
with
Miami.
five-
Minnesota goodbye.
with 5 to go.
Yeah.
For the
Yeah,
and that's
you-
the second. So right with our win and Detroit win, we have the tiebreakers, even though we're tied, we hold the tiebreaker, so we're still in the second. And Patrick, talking about the Brave series, supposedly I know it's still probable pitching matchups, but we might miss both Freed and Sale. They're supposed to be pitching this series
Yep.
like Wednesday, Thursday, and we don't go
Yep.
till Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But yeah,
Yep.
it's only a 3-game series.
You're going to Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
You should go and cheer on us making the playoffs if we make it.
Maybe I could just travel over there and wear my Crown Town hat.
You should. By the way, the Mariners are losing to the Astros. They also need to win to keep hope alive.
Mariners are okay. I wholeheartedly agree with Zach.
Yep.
Oh God, yeah, absolutely.
They named all these people to the All-Star team at the end of the season, like a postseason award. And it's like, what the hell?
No one cares about that. We want to see them play.
That's like the Pro Bowl. That's like the Pro Bowl for the NFL. I mean, it should matter, but no one really cares when when it's played.
Yeah, not anymore. Nobody goes to play, so nobody cares that anybody's even on it anymore.
You're taking opportunity from these players to showcase their skills, to play with all the players. You know what I'm saying? So
It just amazes me when billion-dollar corporations, multi-billion-dollar corporations, do things in the interest of saving money. It's like, but you're billions of dollars. Like how much is that really going to cost you?
It isn't.
It isn't, exactly.
Like every single minor league system should have a championship series, a playoff series.
Yeah.
Yeah. Donnie,
listen,
go talk to your
we're not
neighbors.
asking for like like what Major League Baseball has, but we're at least have a couple of winners here and there, and then go into the season, even go into a playoff system, right? 2 out of each division, then championship, boom, done. I just don't understand.
And that's what Low A does. Low A does, the first half winner, second half winner, 3-game series, a 3-game championship. I mean, it's 2 out of 3. So,
Triple A is doing that.
Yeah.
Triple A is doing that. They're doing the 3-game series with the first half against the second half winner, and then they go up to play the in the championship in Vegas.
But that's just a 1-game championship game,
which is stupid. Yeah, no, I really liked it 2 years ago when I went, where they had the Pacific Coast League on Saturday,
then the international
on Friday, Saturday, and then they both played whoever the winners were on Sunday. I liked it. That was fun.
It was Friday afternoon, Friday night, and then Saturday was the game. I think it was. That's what it was.
No, one Friday night, one Saturday night, one Sunday.
Okay. All right. That's a much, because now you're justifying. That's the conversation. Which, by the way, it's a great segue to what do we have going on this week on our each podcast, right? That was part of the conversation that I was having and on my podcast episode this week, right? Where you're yes, you have the championship in Vegas. However, right, like you now took away opportunities for fans to come and see multiple teams. Now you're just expecting them to come and see. It's like they wanted to fail. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, we only have 1 game, so good luck if you show up. We don't care if you do, kind of deal, because we want this to fail. Which annoys the hell out of me. Okay, I'm better now.
By the way, Lynn, I mentioned the All-Star players being named to the All-Star team at the end of this season, but they didn't play a game. They don't play an All-Star game during the season anymore either.
No.
All they did was just nominate or not nominate. They named the players at the end of the season to the fake All-Star team that didn't play a game.
Mm-hmm.
And Brett said this earlier. He texted, I think, this to me and you, Ed, earlier, that Diamond Holdings was not the original group that was in line to get the Storm Chasers.
Yep.
So obviously, they have the money, so they probably upped whatever ante they had to get that.
Yeah, Diamond Baseball Holdings is a conglomerate of like multiple owners, right? And I told you guys, they are looking at their goal for this year for Baseball Diamond Holdings is to have 40 teams by the end of the year.
Yep. That's
their goal. They're close.
Mm-hmm.
That's 36 right now.
I think they'll get there too.
Lynn, you can always justify going to Vegas. It doesn't have to be just for a baseball game.
True story. True story.
You could have seen me if you came.
So, hey, Patrick, what you got going on this week on your show, my friend?
This week we have we're going back to the Northwoods League, and we're going to talk about the Waterloo Bucks, and not just the Waterloo Bucks, but also a little bit about the baseball history in Waterloo, Iowa. So, Lynn, shout out to you and Iowa and baseball in Iowa. So, this week's Waterloo Bucks.
I love it. Absolutely love it. Eric, what you got going on, my friend?
Well, that's awkward. We're also heading to the Northwoods League. So Johnny and I, the Earn Fun Average podcast, if you check it out tomorrow, we have an episode that drops with Rocky Shattuck. He is the vice president for the Royal Oak Leprechauns out of Royal Oak, Michigan. So we talk Leprechauns baseball. You got a really cool logo and some cool hats and gear and stuff. So we talk Royal Oak Leprechauns tomorrow, Earn Fun Average.
We should do a trip to Michigan to see some Northwoods League baseball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want to get to Madison. I want to see the Mallards.
Yeah, trying to get to the pond.
I want to get to the Mallards. I want to get to the Pit Spitters.
Traverse City.
Yeah, Traverse City.
That's a cool logo and good name.
Yep. Massive fan of the Traverse City Pittsburgh. So
yeah, I need to get to that league for sure.
Yeah, so I think we should plan that, like even if it's just like a weekend to see if we can get a couple of teams in that area. That'll be cool to go see. So
Hey, Shannon, we're talking about going to see more baseball.
Yeah.
Trap, go see them.
Well, Donnie, it doesn't sound like we're invited, so maybe
I
we can
said
just
us.
jump
I
in.
said us.
Yeah,
No,
it sounded like-
no. Don't start with
Yeah.
that bullshit.
So,
Show
so-
trip, show trip, show trip.
Yeah,
That's
you
what
know.
I'm saying. A sports show trip right there,
Yeah.
baby. All of us
Yeah.
together. Let's go out there. We'll share one hotel room. I claim
Mhm.
dibs on the bed.
I got the bed. Well, it's a 2-room
Tub.
bed, and I got one with Patrick.
There it
That's
is.
right.
Spooning
Yeah,
together.
Yeah,
This
you
is-
did.
I'll take the tub.
We'll put a lot of ice just to get
his
your
hip-
muscles.
his hip won't be the same after that, but he'll take the tub.
Oh, look at that! Look. Brett even said that he can bring his RV. We got somewhere to stay. We got sleeping bags now, baby. So, all right. And then as far as Donnie, I'm sorry, I cut you off. What you got going on this week? I'm so sorry.
I don't have a whole lot going on. Nothing new really. We're going out of town, so I'll be from a remote location on Thursday. We're going out of town for the weekend with some friends, high school friends, all getting together down in Alabama at Lake Martin. But since we have been talking about Diamond Baseball Holdings, I will say if you guys want to go back and listen to the episode I did on Stadium Journeys podcast last week about
What
Diamond
are you
Baseball
promoting
Holdings.
another podcast on our show?
My appearance, yes.
Wow.
They supported this show, so I'm
Okay.
supporting their show.
All right. I'll give you that. No, I'm just kidding. They're good people over there.
Mark Viquez had some good information that he had gotten about how many teams that they are allowed to get, which is going to equate to about they could have up to like 40% of each level, which means they could own 40% of all 4 levels combined.
Yeah.
And that looks like what they're going after.
Yeah.
So anyway, if you get a chance, check it out. Stadium Journey podcast on YouTube, and there's links to it. I've posted several times, and I think I actually reposted it again today. So,
Hey,
if
Donnie,
you
what
can,
was it? The last name that you got on the show?
They corrected that.
West.
Hey,
Donnie West.
Donnie
it was
West.
Donnie West. That's my stage name.
No, you're the mayor, Donnie West. Okay. And you
Yeah,
got an
exactly.
alias when you go to hotels.
Exactly.
Who the
I know.
hell is Donnie West?
Somehow my hotel name got out there. So now all the
Now you gotta change it.
paparazzi- Yeah, I know. Paparazzi gonna be after me.
And as far as the Dad Hat Chronicle Sports Show, this week we finished our conversation. Val and I, we finished our conversation with Tom Brazil of the Las Vegas Aces. That was a cool conversation. He was cool as hell, man. Hey, Eric, you may get to meet him on Saturday.
So that was the first half of the episode?
Second half.
No, that was the first half. You haven't done your questions yet.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. This is the first half.
I was gonna say that's part 1.
So
Yeah, part 1.
he runs the team.
He runs the
teams?
director of
Okay.
merchandising. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping Val introduced me to him and Chef G. And dude, I spent a lot of time this afternoon looking at the Aviators team store. I've been there 4 times, but it's on just look and see what all they have on the team store. It's nice.
They
This will
got
be
some
number
nice
5,
hats.
Patrick. It's a gorgeous stadium.
I get to miss it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can
Anyways.
go over to Durham because they're doing a great sale this weekend that I was going to send y'all, but it's in store only, so it really only applies to Ed.
Yep. So, all right, guys, listen, thank you for
I was looking forward to those in-store
Shocker.
exclusives.
thanks for showing up tonight. We will see you guys again on Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern time, where we will be picking all of our supposedly winners for our Sunday slate of NFL games.
Who
I'm picking-
won this week? I don't think we ever got around. We started with who lost, but
Patrick lost. I came after that, then Eric, and then Donnie.
yeah,
Donnie,
okay.
2 in a row for Donnie.
He can't win fantasy, but he can pick teams to win.
Yeah, because he's a degenerate gambler. That's why.
I don't
Co-
know anything about
covering-
gambling.
Covering all those spreads.
There it is.
If I was putting money on it, I would be in last place.
Yeah, well.
Sure, he's taking the money line on the lot.
There you go. We will see you guys next week.
Oh.
Bye. What?
Wait, real quick. No, so we never got around to Mrs. Influencer and Mrs. Mayor's picks and how they did. So
She was terrible. She finished last in the family pick, so she didn't do very good.
Okay,
She-
I just want to
she
make
won-
sure Brett hears this because he was talking about some smack last week.
She
about
won last
Mrs.
week.
Mayer picking better than
She
me.
won the family picks last week, but then this week she was last.
Okay.
Awkward.
Sorry, Ed. I cut you off. You had a great finish going there.
Yeah, really. I had a good one going. Then you had to go and screw it up. Guys, we will see you guys again next week, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Okay. Let's see these knuckleheads again. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Gonna take on the